Even the most perfect reproduction, one thing is lacking: the here and now of the work of art, its unique existence in a particular place. It is this unique existence and nothing else that bears the mark of the history to which the work has been subject. This history includes changes in physical structure of the work over time, together with any changes in ownership. Traces of the former can be detected only by chemical or physical analysis, which cannot be performed on reproduction. While changes of ownership are part of a tradition which can be traced only from the standpoint of the original and its present location. The here and now of the original underlies the concept of its authenticity. Chemical analysis of a patina of bronze can help establish its authenticity, just as proof that a given manuscript of the Middle Ages came from an archive of the 15th century helps to establish its authenticity. The whole sphere of authenticity eludes technological, and of course not only technological, reproducibility. But whereas the authentic work remains its full authority in the fact of a reproduction made by hand, which is generally branded a forgery, this is not the case with technological reproduction. The reason is twofold. First, technological reproduction is more independent of the original than is manual reproduction. For example, in photography, it can bring out aspects of the original that are only accessible to the lens, which is adjustable and can easily change viewpoint, but not to the human eye. Or it can use certain processes, such as enlargement or slow motion, to record images which escape natural optics altogether. This is the first reason. Second, technological reproduction can place the copy of the original in situations which the original itself cannot attain. Above all, it enables the original to meet the recipient halfway, whether it be the form of a photograph or in that of a gramophone record. The cathedral leaves its site to be received in the studio of an art lover. The choral work performed in an auditorium or in the open air is enjoyed in a private room. The situations into which the product of technological reproduction can be brought may leave the artwork's other properties untouched, but they certainly devalue the here and now of the artwork. And all this can apply not only to art, but say to a landscape moving past the spectator in a film. In the work of art, this process touches on a highly sensitive core, more vulnerable than that of any natural object. That core is its authenticity. The authenticity of a thing is the quintessence of all that is transmissible in it from its origin on, ranging from its physical duration to the historical testimony relating to it. Since the historical testimony is founded on physical duration, the former, too, is jeopardized by its reproduction, in which the physical duration plays no part, and was really jeopardized that when the historical testimony is affected and was really jeopardized when the historical testimony is affected is the authority of the object. One might encompass the eliminated element within the concept of the aura and go on to say, what withers in the aura of technological reproducibility of the work of art is the latter's aura. The process is symptomatic. Its significance extends far beyond the realm of art. It might be stated as a general formula that the technology of reproduction detaches the reproduced object from the sphere of tradition. By replicating the work many times over, it substitutes a mass existence for a unique existence, and permitting the reproduction to reach the recipient in his or her own situation, it actualizes that which is reproduced. These two processes lead to a massive upheaval in the domain of objects handed down from the past, a shattering of tradition, which is the reverse side of the present crisis and renewal of humanity. Both processes are intimately related to the mass movements of our day. Their more powerful agent is film. The social significance of film, even, and especially in its most positive form, is inconceivable without its destructive cathartic side, the liquidation of the value of tradition and its cultural heritage. This phenomenon is most apparent in the great historical films. is assimilating ever more advanced positions in its spread. When Abel Gance fervently proclaimed in 1927, Shakespeare, Rembrandt, Beethoven will make films. All legends, all mythologies, all myths, all the founders of religions, indeed all religions, await their celluloid resurrection, and the heroes are pressing at the gates. He was inviting the reader, no doubt unawares, to witness a comprehensive liquidation.